I recently read an article by Gary Finnegan called "Should Vaccines Be Mandatory?" Let me tell you why this article caught my attention. Finnegan began his article by sharing how one day he rode his bike without his helmet, he missed his dentist appointment, and he ate poorly all day. He then goes on to share how those bad choices will only direct the individual who made those poor choices. But he compares the situation to individuals who do not get vaccinations. Except he says that will not only affect the person who made this decision, but it will affect those around them. Gary Finnegan article touched me because it made me realize the importance of vaccinations, and in today's presentation, I'd like to do the same with you. Learning about the effectiveness and importance of vaccines is crucial to survival in today's world. This is why I'd like to share with you the research I've done on vaccinations. Within this presentation, I will persuade my audience on why vaccinations should be mandatory. First, I will discuss how they can save our children's lives. Second, I will discuss how vaccines are safe. And lastly, I will discuss how vaccines impact future generations. Let's get started. Vaccines should be mandatory because they save children's lives. HealthyChildren.org posted an article called "Vaccine Safety, the Facts." And the main fact I want to bring to your attention is that vaccines protect children from the spread of disease, and because of vaccines, children's lives can be saved. The HealthyChildren.org article states that vaccines have saved millions of lives in more than 50 years. And the article shares that 90 to 99% of vaccines in children are effective. The high success rate should be an encouraging factor to all parents debating on whether to vaccinate their children or not. It is important to think about the health and safety of our children. And with that being said, I would like to bring up my next point. Many parents question the safety of vaccines. They wonder if vaccinations could give their children autism, or if there are harmful ingredients inside of them, or if the yearly flu shot is truly needed or not. And the questions go on and on. But vaccinations are stated to be safe by major medical organizations and our healthcare providers. And our healthcare providers even recommend them to us. It is time to trust in these recognizable medical organizations and our healthcare providers. But just to ensure you how safe they are, an article by the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention say that for a vaccine to be given, they have to go through extensive testing by scientists. And to ensure their safety, they must be approved by the Food and Drug Administration. The article also states that science has advanced tremendously, and with each and every vaccination, the goal is to make them safer and to help protect ourselves from disease. So if you are questioning the safety of vaccinations, spend some time researching the safety regulations each vaccination must go through before being administered. Throughout the research I've done myself, I have tremendously learned about the safetiness of them. So remember that vaccines are safe, and you can even learn more by researching and taking time to understand how they are safe. And this brings me to my final point. Vaccinations should be mandatory because they will protect future generations. Vaccines have declined, and even some have wiped out diseases that killed past generations. An article by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention called "Childhood Immunization Drops" shares examples of how vaccines have been gotten rid of and has helped to control serious diseases. The article states that the smallpox vaccination is no longer needed due to vaccines because the disease no longer exists. The article also states that vaccinations against rubella has increasingly helped to reduce the risk of pregnant women from passing this virus down to her infant. Vaccines should be mandatory in order to help protect our people and our country, and of course, our future generations. I'd like to review my main points one last time before I conclude my presentation. First, I discussed how vaccinations can save our children from serious diseases that could potentially harm or kill them. Second, I explored the safety of vaccines to ensure you how safe they truly are and how important and effective they can be. Finally, I explained how they will protect our future generations. My goal of this presentation was to successfully persuade my audience on why vaccines are important, safe, effective, and why they should be mandatory. So if you are still questioning whether or not to get vaccinated or if vaccines should be mandatory, think back to Gary Finnegan's article and how not only will you be harming yourself by not getting vaccinated, but how you will be harming those around you and affecting millions around you. Thanks for watching.